Welcome to Easy Electronics channel. In today's project we will take a look at how to make a power supply to power your breadboard projects real easily. Let's get to it. Okay guys, let's take a look at the schematic before we go into all the materials you will need for this project. So here we have a simple LM317 voltage regulator circuit which served as a starting point for this project. Okay, so we have LM317 itself, 3-pin device capable of outputting from 1.25 volts up to 38 volts. Okay, maximum amp capacity of 1.5 amps, although at 1.5 amps it gets pretty hot when you go to lower voltages on the output and higher on the input. Okay, so what we have here is two electrolytic capacitors, 1 microfarad on the input, 47 microfarads on the output, pull-up resistors from pin 2 to pin 1, 240 ohms, and 5K potentiometer to control our voltage, which gets pin 1 to ground. Alright, so here you can see a more advanced modified circuit that I showed you earlier. All we have done is we have introduced this tip 41C NPN transistor here, which allows us bigger current capacity and less stress on our regulators. So there's pretty much less things to go wrong in the schematic now. So yeah, pretty much the same circuit, 1 microfarad here, 47 microfarads here, 240 ohm resistor here, 5K here, same regulator, same everything, except you have this 100 ohm resistor to limit the current to the base, and yeah, and then we introduce this transistor to the circuit, which allows more current capacity. Okay guys, so this is a block diagram of our power supply, and what we have here is positive and negative is coming into our enclosure, and negative goes to ground as a reference point. It's just easier, I have to draw less wiring. So goes to ground. Positive has a switch which allows us to turn on and off our power supply. We also have protection diode to protect the circuitry from reverse polarity. Okay, I might add an LED as a power indication, but I'll see how that goes. We also have voltage regulator 1, voltage regulator 2. Okay, they get their power VCC ground, so they get their power there. And then we have our positives outputs here. This DVM digital voltmeter has a selection switch to show either power bus 2 or power bus 1, depending what voltage you're tuning. Okay, and then there's our outputs on there. So yeah, that should be pretty easy to build. Let's get to it. Okay, so the next step is to graph all of your components, how we want them laid out, graph the outline so you know where to cut your base material. As I said, I'm using aluminum, okay, and this is the place for my breadboards. So I have 3 of them, so there's 1, 2, and 3, and they go nicely like this here. I will be using a box like this that I used for my amp meter. Okay, so we'll use this box, and then the heatsink we have pre-cut it earlier, fits nicely like this. Okay, so what happens here is we take the box and everything. Let me weigh it right here. Okay, just like that. That's how I wanted to weigh it out. And then this thing here will be a little pocket for components right here, so they don't fly everywhere, right? And then obviously we'll have all of the controls, like our potentiometers and switches and everything weighed out, drilled and cut here. So whoops, so we can really see how it's gonna look. Okay, so that's just a rough idea how I want it. No, I'm not really sure about the layout here, but this is kind of rough idea of how I want this laid out. Okay, so let's get to cutting this material and getting everything ready. Alright, so before we go ahead and cut all this, you want to make sure you have the right tool for the job. Okay, you want to have a jigsaw. If you don't have one, I really feel sorry for you. But if you do have one, yay, you'll get the job 10 times faster done than all the other people watching this. So it's cool. So what you also want to do when cutting aluminum or any kind of things on the table, you want to have decent weight on it. Okay, so you want to put some weight on there so it does not move anyhow. Alright, so let's get to it. Oh, I forgot, guys. Make sure you use safety glasses for this, okay? Safety glasses is a must. Safety is #1 priority, okay? Let's get to it. Scrap metal. Nice. Alright, so this part is done. We just have to file the sides and get the corners nice. But this guy right here, it requires to cut these squares out right here and cut this triangle out so we can bend it up, make it nice. Yeah, a little bit more suffering. Now I decided to use a different tool because that one is just too loud and the whole table is shaking. It's like the end of the world, so gotta do it the old way. This one's actually pretty thin, so we should have no problems cutting this aluminum. Alright, so got one cut done right there. Okay, the second cut done, and I believe you can just take it off. It turns out good, really good, but it curves up just a little bit. So we'll fix that, oh, we can fix it with the hand even. Okay, so let's cut the rest. Okay, so just a little bit more. Perfect. Okay guys, so as you can see, it turned out good. Okay, turned out good. Looks good. Nice edge to take out the components. Okay, so that looks real good. And yeah, we'll continue. Alright, so today is tomorrow, and yesterday we have cut out all of our aluminum we need for this project, so there they are, piece number 1 and piece number 2. I'm not really sure about this guy. I don't think it's gonna be really useful. Oh, I did paint the other side black. Kind of looks good. I don't know. Like, it does look good. So maybe I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use this side as my facing side, because it does look good. And I think I will not use this. I don't quite like it. Yeah, garbage. So let's see the layout, how this will actually look. So here I have my breadboards, and I want them to go like this. Seems to be alright. Just like that. Yep, looks good. And then I got my things here. So I have my box, got my heatsink. Yeah, it's nice and beefy. It should work pretty well. So it will go here, like that. Here is our 2 adjusting knobs on there, the switch to choose our voltage we're looking at for our DVM. So I want this little power switch to be here. This I want to be somewhere near the adjustments, so it's much easier. And the DVM will be somewhere here or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure yet, but this is kind of the layout I want. And this thing was actually supposed to go here, but I don't know, it just doesn't look good. Okay, so this is about it for this video. I'm gonna wrap all of this up. It's just getting too long, too many things to show and explain. So we'll continue in part 2. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like the video. See you next time. Peace!